In this video, we're going to learn how to do snake arms. So snake arms are a very, very typical belly dance movement. A lot of times when you think about belly dance, you'll think of some belly dancer doing these mysterious, fluid, beautiful arm movements. So in this video, we're going to break down exactly how you do that. So to begin with, I want you to just try rolling your shoulders in opposition. So just roll one shoulder and then the other one. One shoulder and the other one. This is also a nice warm-up for your shoulders, in case they're not warm yet. Great. So now let's take just one shoulder, and I'm going to start my roll, and then as I'm about, not even halfway, I would say a quarter of the way, I'm going to start lifting my elbow. Yeah? Shoulder, and then elbow. Shoulder, elbow. So you may not be used to isolating your elbow. You can check out my arm warm-up video that I posted. That has some really great exercises to get you really more aware of the elbow and to get it to move more fluidly. So once you practice that, shoulder and then elbow. And as that elbow comes up, I want you to also flex your wrist. So your wrist is going to be in this flex position. Probably that's going to feel really weird if you're not used to it. So you have this sort of very strange looking position here. So shoulder, elbow coming up to the side, and then as my shoulder continues, I'm going to bend the wrist. Shoulder, wrist is flexed. Now my shoulder keeps going and my elbow comes up, and now my wrist is going to bend. So that's just coming up, shoulder, elbow, and wrist. So it's sort of, once you get it, you can think of a wave traveling from your shoulder out your fingertips. So you want to have long fingertips. And then we're going to continue that. So once our wrist is up, our shoulder is now halfway around. I'm going to continue that shoulder roll, and then I'm going to drop my elbow, keeping my wrist as it was before. And then at the end, now I'm going to flex my wrist again. So it's exactly the opposite. So I come up, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and I come down, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. And this may take a lot of practice to get that in your body. Feel free to pause and practice. We're also going to try the other side. So again, just let's roll that shoulder. And now shoulder starts, wrist is flexed. I'm going to bring my elbow up. And then as I keep going with my shoulder, my wrist is going to bend back the other way. Let's just try that again, just coming up. Shoulder, elbow with the wrist flexed, and bend the wrist. And again, wrist flexed, shoulder, elbow, and wrist. And one more time, trying to feel the wave. Now let's drop it. So I'm continuing the shoulder roll, elbow comes down, and the last, I let my wrist just gently float down. Wrist, shoulder, elbow, and wrist. So it's a very smooth, undulating movement. It does really help to think of a wave traveling through your arm, going out from the shoulder, out the fingertips. And down. One more time. Let's go up, shoulder, elbow, So try it on both arms. You can just try one arm at a time, and try the other arm. And then the really hard part is putting the arms together. So we start by bringing one arm up the same way we just talked about, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Now, as this arm starts to come down, my other arm is going to come up in that same pattern. And now, as the arm that's up starts to come down, the arm that's down is going to come up. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. So even though I'm doing two different things with my arms, they're still kind of synchronized in the sense that when one shoulder is moving, the other shoulder is also moving. And the same with the elbows. You can especially think for the elbows, and also for the wrist, you could think that they're connected by, say I have like a piece of string from one elbow to the other one. When one elbow goes up, the other one is going to come down by the same distance. And it would be the same thing with the wrists. So you can think of that to help you. Again, this is really not easy. It does take a lot of practice to get the coordination. But with practice, you can do it. It will feel really good. It will look really good. It's a really fun movement to accent things in belly dance, to really give that mood. And when you're doing this, another thing I want you to be careful of is that your arm is really going out to the side and then back down, and not circling more forwards and back, because when you're circling forwards and back, you lose that really long, snaky feel. So you really want to think of trying to almost reach the wall to the side of you with your hand so that you're keeping those arms stretched out long as you do this. And once you do get the snake arms, you can play with it. You can keep it more kind of out to the side. You can bring it forwards. That can be fun. I can show you from here. It's the same idea. So one shoulder, elbow, wrist are coming up while the other one are coming down. There's so many things you can do with snake arms. But it all comes down to the shoulder, elbow, wrist. And the last thing, I just really want to remind you to flex that wrist as you're bringing the arm up. It's going to feel really weird at first, but it will make it look so much better once you get that into your body. So I hope that this was helpful for you with your snake arms. If you have questions, please do let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to get more videos, more explanations, more exercises. If there's anything you would like to see or learn how to do in particular, please also let me know. I would love to hear what you guys want to learn. Thank you so much for watching, and have